Hello, sir. Welcome to our project radio. Today we will ask to you some questions about America and Los Angeles.
Okay.
My friend Zekin can start.
Firstly, I love food and I want to ask about that question. Is there any traditional foods in LA?
You know, Los Angeles doesn't have many traditional foods. America is what's called a melting pot of lots of different cultures that live in America. And we enjoy lots of different foods. Like states more in the south of America, they do have their own foods like jambalaya and things like that. But California, we really don't have our own foods. Some popular foods are, well, maybe burgers are American food, but like we like sushi, but that's Japanese. We like Thai food, that's Taiwanese. Pizza, which is Italian. So we don't really have too many culturally American foods. We just don't. It's sad, to be honest. That's one thing I like about Turkey. We have doner, we have kebab, we have pide. You know, lots of different foods here in Turkey. America, we don't have that, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your
What was my favorite activity to do when I lived in America?
yes?
One of my favorite activities was probably taking my boat and going fishing. I used to have a 8-meter long fishing boat, and I would take it out for the weekend and go to the local islands and catch tuna, swordfish, marlin, dorado, wahoo. That was my passion. I loved fishing when I lived in America. And when I do eventually go back, I'll buy another boat, and then I'll continue that chapter in my life.
Which was the most interesting place in Hawaii that you went?
What's the most interesting place in Los Angeles? Los Angeles is pretty big and it's pretty spread out. Los Angeles is pretty cool. Like when I go back every year, my son comes with me, and we had the opportunity to bring one of my son's classmates with us a few years ago. And they have really nice amusement parks like Magic Mountain, Disneyland. We have the Air and Space Museum, where we got to see the Space Shuttle Endeavour. We also have Santa Monica Beach, where they have the pier from Grand Theft Auto. We also have Hollywood, and Hollywood is where a lot of the films are made, and there's a place called Grauman's Chinese Theater, where the first release of any major Hollywood film is premiered there. So the celebrities will come onto the red carpet, and they'll be able to watch the movie first, and then it'll be shown to the public.
You know Lakers in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles Lakers,
Who is your favorite basketballer of all time?
All right, so my favorite basketball player of all time for the Los Angeles Lakers, I have a few players that I like a lot, and I really like the players from the 80s and the early 90s. The Lakers were known for their fast break game, and I really enjoyed watching Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilkes, and those are my 3 favorite players probably from that generation.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
How is the traveling in LA? Is it hard or long?
You know, the traffic is pretty bad in Los Angeles. It's kind of comparable to Istanbul, because Los Angeles is a metropolitan city, and we have about 8 million people. And rush hour traffic is pretty bad. Like during rush hour traffic, it might have taken me, my office was about 20 miles away from my house, and it could take me anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half to get to work. At nighttime, there's no congestion like in Istanbul, and you can go the same distance in about 20 minutes. Like for example, Los Angeles International Airport is about 60 miles from my house. If there's no traffic, 45 minutes. If there's traffic, you're looking at 2 hours. So it has the same problems as any other major city would have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is the most popular weekend activity in LA?
You know, a lot of people in Los Angeles, they like to get out of the city, and San Diego is a destination that people like to go to, because Los Angeles is about 2 hours away from San Diego, and they have world-class beaches. Lots of people like to go camping as well. We have lots of good campgrounds along the beach and in the forest as well. People in Los Angeles, they really like to get out and they like to exercise. During the week, you won't see many people walking, but on the weekend, you'll see lots of people walking. People also live in single-family homes, so they like to do gardening and they like to do home remodeling projects as well. So those are some of the activities that we enjoy doing. Any other questions?
Do you prefer Los Angeles or Samsung?
Do I prefer Los Angeles or Thompson? There are things that I prefer about Thompson, and there are some things that I prefer about Los Angeles. Thompson is much more inexpensive for me to live in, but Los Angeles will always be my home. I lived there for 45 years. Yeah, I do enjoy a lot of things from Los Angeles, like being able to fish, going to amusement parks, going to different museums. We don't have that luxury here in Thompson, unfortunately, and I do miss the fact of being able to speak with a lot of native speakers from my home city.
Thank you for answering.
Anything else?
Thanks for
Right.
reading our question.
Thank you for your time. I'm glad that I was able to help you.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Bye.